So I made a list of all the books that I want to read for the summer, essentially. Not really the summer, but until the end of June. So the dates that I'm going to tell are mainly the days that I'm gonna start reading the books, essentially. I've not put the book that I'm reading right now. So the book I'm reading right now, I just started this week actually, is A Dangerous Fortune by Ken Follet. And once again, as I said, I just started reading the book, and this is the book that I'm gonna read for the next 2 weeks. Don't worry though, I've got a bunch of videos coming. More on that a bit later in the video. For each book that I'm going to talk about, the video is going to come a week after I start reading the book. So once again, the days that I'm about to say are the starting point where I'll start reading these books. So starting off the list, number 1, starting May 1st, actually, is The King of Elfland Daughter by Lord Dunsany, which is a fantasy book. So once again, the video is going to come a week after I started reading. I want to give myself a week to read all the books, essentially. So starting off May 8th, will be Neuromancer by William Gibson. It's the thing behind kind of the thing that kicked off the whole cyberpunk movement. So I can't wait to read that actually. Then May 15th, I'll be starting reading The Dark by James Herbert, a horror book by James Herbert. This is the third book that I'm going to be reading by this author so far. I really enjoy this author actually. May 22nd, I'm gonna start reading Ship of Fools by Richard Paul Russo. I don't know if it's horror-ish type of sci-fi. Can't wait to read that actually. I just read good comments from this book. Then starting May 29th, I'll be starting reading Slaughterhouse 5 by Kurt Vonnegut, which is kind of a classic story that I should read. Then starting June 5th, I'll be reading The Silmarillon by J.R.R. Tolkien, mainly because I want to understand better what the places were and the names were in the songs from the Lord of the Rings trilogy, which was actually from a comment, somebody suggesting that I read this book actually, so I'm gonna give it a try. And then lastly, June 12th, I'm gonna start the Southern Reach series by VanDerMeer. So it's a 3-book series, so a trilogy. I know there's a fourth book called Area X. I'm not gonna read this book yet. I just want to read the trilogies first and see, if I like it or what, and try and compare it with the movie, see how it connects with the movie. And afterward, if I like both movie and books, I might read Area X, which I think is kind of a standalone. I don't know if it's a prequel or a sequel, but I think you could read it, as by itself and still kind of understand the story. So for the Southern Reach series, I'm going to start off with the first book, so Annihilation, which is the name of the movie also. This is going to be June 12th. Then June 19th, I'll be reading book number 2, Authority. And then after that, June 26th, I'll be reading book number 3, which is Acceptance. And that's going to lead us to the last video of that list actually, because I want to continue making more videos. But the last, the video, I have videos planned until June 6th. I'll have the book listing in the description down below with all the different dates and which book I'm gonna read when I'm gonna start reading these books, and also when the videos should be coming actually. So, more or less a day. It all depends on life, how I'm able to manage making these videos. So as to what's next, so this week I'm planning on making another video for the Stalker movie, which is the movie that came from Roadside Picnic. So I just watched the movie. I want to do a review of the movie and how it compares with the book. And then next week, I'm planning on doing a review of the Lord of the Rings trilogy. So the 3 books as a whole, as one piece of art. I want to talk about this, how I felt about the Lord of the Ring as a whole once again. And so by the end of next week also, I want to do a review of the Lord of the Rings movies. So all 3 movies. I want to make a review of that, and coming from the books, if I still enjoy the movie as I did previously, because I really loved these movies. So now that I've read the books, what are my feelings towards the movie and towards the movies essentially, and maybe do a small comparison with movies and books, what I liked best from both of them. But that's it for me, guys. Thank you once again for watching. I'll see you in the next one.